afternoon. Good afternoon. You gotta get that background music. And good afternoon, and welcome to season 5, episode 17 of the Leaders Only Digital Show and Podcast. I am Samaj, and my brother Kendall is coming in right now.
What's up? Peace, y'all. I'm Kendall.
Okay. And we're brought to you today by What a Change Mentoring and Tone Drone TV. In today's episode, we will be discussing the Super Bowl halftime show and 10 reasons Black America needs urgent change. The immigration impact. Please invite your friends, your family to check out the Leaders Only show, have a watch party, subscribe to our channel, share it, like it, hit the bell and comment below. And if you're watching us after the live streams, it's always okay if you just put hashtag replay in the comments just to let us know that you are here.
Yes. So, you already know, man. So kicking that joint off, Kendrick Lamar brings America and brings Not Like Us halftime show, man. So that is well anticipated. I ain't even gonna do no talking. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this clip and how Kendrick Lamar sets it off. Man, so Kendrick Lamar makes history as the first solo rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show, drawing in 133.5 million viewers. Dancers dressed in red, white, and blue joined Lamar. The Pulitzer Prize winner MC brought out all the stars. Stage, Not Like Us is a regional anthem for Los Angeles, a rallying cry for community and against culture vultures. And the track that won Song and Record of the Year at the Grammys. Check this out. Check this clip out. So as you know, there were many opinions from the great show, people who couldn't relate and criticize with criticism regarding the halftime show. So you already know all the opinions if you didn't catch it from the live action. But like I watched it from the live action, but if you didn't catch it from the live action and got to see all the videos that are made, you'll catch the drift from what people had to say and what people really thought about the show. So we'll dive in, bro. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and start it off on your opinion or what you think?
Yeah, my opinion is first and foremost, I didn't watch it live. I'm still boycotting. I get caught up in the boycott. So when we say we boycotting the NFL or we boycotting Gucci or we boycotting Balenciaga, that's what kind of sucks because I get caught up thinking that we seriously gonna boycott. So I'm still on the boycott trend, and not more so boycotting. I'm not there no more. It didn't take Colin Kaepernick for me to get there. I just feel like that was just like a slap in the face. That was like the last straw. But there's countless reasons why I feel as though I don't want to watch it any longer. One being as though we don't get any equity in any of these sports. We get a paycheck, but we don't get any prominent positions. Speaking in regards to the halftime show, didn't even have to catch a replay. I've just been seeing clips. And I used to be a Kendrick Lamar fan. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a fan of none. It's not their fault. It's just the industry in itself. So first and foremost, I know Kendrick did what Kendrick always does, and he's an entertainer. He went up there and he performed. He did what Kendrick was supposed to do for the position that Kendrick holds, for the place that he's at in his life. If you've seen the overly dedicated Kendrick Lamar or the Section 80 Kendrick Lamar, then you would see the growth, you know what I mean? But I remember Kendrick Lamar performed on the BET Awards and he stood on the top of a cop car, brought the cop car out, brought, the brothers and stuff from, the hood and stuff. So this is nothing new. This is something that I feel we've seen before. Secondly, I feel like it's like a Jesus or a come save me. Long as we got a savior within our community, then we don't have to do no work. So Kendrick did a message, or Kendrick did a boycott. which I don't know how it's a boycott because, like I told somebody the other day, if the NFL was making 30 million or 8 million every 30-second commercial, who's losing? Why? Because you get somebody who look like you to perform. Well, that kind of sounds like the same having different opinions and different feelings about things. It's because every one of us don't feel like that was enough. You know what I'm saying? Every one of us don't feel like we need a savior to come do the work that we all got to do. My thing is unity been hanging right there. That's been the answer for so long. Um, and I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to do anything that causes us to have to, hold ourselves accountable for, some of the destruction that we've
So
been a part of.
not to
What?
cut you off, right? Not to cut you off, bro. So by it's crazy because by you saying that, just to piggyback off of you saying just some of the highlights that go that goes with this show that people probably didn't catch, but by them using like Kendrick Lamar, like you said, as a as the figure, just get them niggas something. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
him performing as the PlayStation game setup. You know, it was like them using him as the as the game versus the
Hmm.
he's representing the black community, the black America,
Hmm.
versus the Samuel L. Jackson, as that was another highlight, being Uncle Sam representing the government. Um
Hmm.
so yeah, I just wanted to piggyback because I don't know if people caught that, but the stage is set up as a PlayStation controller.
Yeah, and
If,
like the
yeah,
Hunger
but
Games.
yeah,
But there was tons of symbolism. Again, what I don't care if you can break down a video and all that. What
yeah,
so what? So what? We've been doing that. We've been breaking down. I've seen an upside down. They had the hangman in there from masonry. Nobody said that. Nobody pointed that out. So if you that woke and if you that serious about our community, why do it take Kendrick Lamar to say anything? We got real stuff going on that we won't step up to the bill and do nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And somebody performing, I'm saying like
yeah.
Billie Holiday performed "Strange Fruit." Y'all seen the movie? You know what I'm saying? Like they was gonna take her life, lock her up if she performed a song. And we sitting here hype that he performed a song in which I said it was a mashup. He
They
did
say
not
you there
perform
with
the
that.
song
Okay.
from beginning to end. But I don't have no issue with Kendrick Lamar outside of Kendrick Lamar falls as a casualty of war because I don't rock with the industry. I just don't. I just don't. It's not doing nothing for us. And it's just so sad that there's only a handful of rappers or hip hop artists who still have a message with their music. And that's the only thing that I can see when people say, I didn't want to have to think, I just wanted to dance. And it was just like, there's always a time and a place for everything, but I'm at the place in my life being 40 years old where you ain't got to pander to me at all. I don't watch the NFL. I don't watch the halftime show, so I really don't care. And until other people who look like me are serious enough for that, I've given up on our people in terms of that. I would just continue to lead by example and follow what the Most High told me. But ain't nobody serious unless the NFL say something directly to their family or they do something wrong to their cousin or brother or husband that's in the league or the NBA or anything else. It's not enough that the numbers that we're going to read in the second portion of our show are really happening to us, and we're falling further down the totem pole in the average median wealth, and we will have the permanent spot in poverty as the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to household median wealth if things don't change. And there's nothing Kendrick Lamar can do about it. I mean, like I said, a great performance. I'm sure he's very meticulous and particular with what he does, and his dances are always on point. But it's just like every other time, bro. As long as they get something to make them feel like they won, cool. But when we drop this bomb, or when we go look up the numbers, or we go look up, the statistics, These niggas get nothing. And I don't even talk like this. I hate even talking like that. But I'm tired of calling kings kings who ain't kings, and queens queens who ain't queens, and gods gods who ain't gods. There's levels to this, and everybody is not at the level. So I respect where people are, because we all can do what we want to do, and we all can have our own opinions and stuff like that. But I was under the impression that the Most High was in control. So it kind of messes me up when you deal with people who are part of religions, or who are part of these upstanding communities, and these upstanding groups, and members of these prestigious groups, and they ain't doing shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They're not.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you are my oppressor, or if you agree with oppression or you don't, because the same people who own all of these things, they are oppressing us. So why do y'all buy into the shit that's oppressing us, but then want us to fight the oppressor? Who gonna do the fighting? I'm telling you now, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, I want to set up my businesses and stuff, but when it comes to land, I've been paying for land for the last 2 years now. 12.9 acres. I'm not here to stun on nobody. I don't have big chains. I don't have a Maybach, no nothing. But it's say when they talk about the stuff that we supposed to be getting at, I have done the things I'm supposed to do. I'm not in towers of debt. I don't have multiple children. I'm not out here, doing things, but I can only account for myself and lead by example. And then when you try to hold our own people um, to the fire and hold them accountable, you can't. And then when you try to talk about how this was just another performance, that it didn't move nothing, and especially how people dissecting and writing these long, 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 overdrawn, fucking breakdowns of something. What difference does it make if we're not going to unite? If you're not even going to start with your immediate family, if you're not going to start with your group of friends and say, yo, we got to change something, because I'm 40. 10 years, less than 10 years, I'll be 50, then 60. So why am I caring about the Big Meech 50 thing? Why am I caring about
Right.
Jim Jones and Cam? Why do I give a damn about Drake and Kendrick when it's not doing nothing for me? I see all of these jokes, but guess what? At the end of all the jokes, Drake is still in a better predicament than the majority of our community. I mean, I know he's the laughing stock right now, but he's still doing better than the majority of our community. If you just looking at the stats, how I look at them as far as they losing is because no matter how high you think they are, they only high to a bunch of poor people who's still in the barrel. When you get out of that barrel and you really look at, they are controlled. They got to fight for this. The first album Kendrick really about to make some real bread. That's why he performed GNX that many times, because he's been signed to Top Dog, Aftermath, and Interscope. That's three. Then you get you. That's just like the BMF and the series. You know what I'm saying? Stars is all over that, and then the actors got to get paid, and then this person got to get paid, and this person. Then 50 gets it. Then he gets to split it down. It's not what people think, but it just looks because it's in bright lights. I'm tired of telling children to look up to this, but then at the same time, we got to tell them, yo, you got to have emotional intelligence. You got to be able to, put the gun down. You got to be able to be around to raise a family one day. You need to have life insurance. You need to have this. All the shit that matters in our community gets bypassed, and in our families gets bypassed with entertainment. It hurts that that entertainers are the pinnacle in our community, because we've been down for so long that all we do is get entertainers as the pinnacle. Other people got great thinkers, they got realtors, this, that, and the third, where politicians, whatever, are the leaders of their community, not
Mm-hmm.
their rappers, not their rock and roll stars, not their comedians. Why do we have to have entertainers leading us? I don't need a entertainer to speak up for me. They're the most compromised. They're the hardest to get people online, because if I got a message, right, and I'm saying, yo, God told me this, like the Most High told me to tell all of y'all this, we need to do this tomorrow. But if your favorite celebrity come through with another message, you're gonna listen to them. You know why? Because they got more influence over your life. Like I told you the other day, especially in our community with our men, that's all we do is look up to other men. That's it. He did it for me. He's popping. What about you? What about you? And I ain't talking about popping in the terms of, social class and just popularity. I'm talking about in terms of your legacy. I'm talking about in terms of your character, your integrity. willing to walk away from certain stuff so you don't, get fondled with and not bending over for that or not having to sacrifice for that or going in with a decent business plan and a business, some acumen, that gives you some type of leverage. I talk about that all the time, like with the LeBron James thing. I don't think that $1 billion lifetime deal was a great deal. Okay, to a person that's in poverty, it's a great deal, but I don't feel like so. So I can't have an opinion. If a company makes $50 billion a year and you're the number one athlete in that company and you're only going to take 1 billion for your lifetime, and then I'm not supposed to say that's a bad deal. It's the same way that I feel about the Super Bowl. I don't watch that trash because I don't fuck with that company that don't like you. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm walking down all the companies that don't like you. I'm gonna try to find an alternative. Same thing like when we talked about those jeans. Even if those jeans was $1,000, if those jeans were $1,000 and you sold 1,000 of them, that's $1 million. That'd have been cool to see it be, a so-called black brand, but I don't know who the hell the millionaire class, and I'm not an entertainer. I walk away from that because I don't rock with the industry. I rock with the Most High, and a lot of things that they say, whether the devil controls it, I can go look up lyrics and they say it. The devil controls it. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Who you think they talking about? Lucifer. Like I'm good, and there's a lot of people who claim that holy and spiritual and all that type of stuff, but they be pushing these rituals. That's what the Super Bowl was, and if ain't nobody tell me nothing, I could prove it. The Super Bowl is a ritual harnessing energy. That concert was it's harvesting energy. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all all pumped up at the top of your rocker. This is the most energy that you have. That's the type of energy that you're supposed to give to your kids, to your mission, to your purpose, and you won't. We give it to Kendrick Lamar and whatever else. I'm tired of hearing about DEI. I'm tired of hearing about Donald Trump. I'm tired of hearing about the Super Bowl. Unity. That's the one word that I care about. When everybody's willing to do that, that's when I'll care. Outside of that, my thoughts are literally that all they do is pander to us and pacify us to get us to buy into whatever they need to break that bottom line. And anybody who making $8 million every 30 seconds sounds like a winner to me. If it was about financial business, it sounds like they won. I'm just saying.
I get it, man. We definitely get it. So basically, man, to sum it up, it's always something to cover up, something that's true. You know how they use us, so it's kind of easy to see it. A lot of people try to neglect it or try to look past it and be naive, but I mean everything was set up and calculated, so uh,
Hmm.
that's just how everything is calculated.
Yeah,
It's up to you to take your own path and follow God until everybody gets on one accord. You're gonna always have these type of shows every 3 months to 6 months that highlights and try to change the direction and be a distraction of what's really going on. So,
yeah. And I just
uh,
say, before moving on, I just say, man, we need to start being just a little bit more respectful, to our past. You know what I'm saying? We look at everything as a social justice stand or a civil rights stand. And I mean, me personally, I feel like it's starting to become a slap in the face for people who did it before us. You know what I'm saying? If you felt that way, if you felt any inclination that Kendrick Lamar's performance was a boycott and it was him speaking up at a time that he had the largest platform, why didn't it inspire you to go out Monday and get to work? That's just my only question. Why didn't it inspire you to stop to say, I ain't fighting no more brothers. I'm not oppressing my sisters. If I gotta call my mama, my cousin, whoever to clean this mess up, we gotta get on the same accord. We ain't gotta be best friends, but I'm not going for none of that, no more of that nigga shit from my behalf. Right? I
mhm.
want to clean it up from my behalf. I can't change the whole world, but I can change me. I ain't see that. I did not see that. I've seen a bunch of people do exactly what they wanted to do, and that's divide and conquer even more. Man, if you ain't get that performance, it went over your head. Man, that shit was boring. Why did they have that? I'd rather have this. My thing was, I don't care what neither one of y'all say. What the fuck is y'all watching it for? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how your great grandparents got killed like mine. I'm trying to figure out how your auntie, your great auntie, and your great cousin, and somebody who hung and fought for your rights got drugged in the street. hung from a tree, couldn't sing a song, she was gonna get locked up. I'm just trying to figure out how we still fighting in the circus. How? I mean, maybe somebody got free. Y'all, if you free and you watching this, please show me how to get free. I don't even want the money. I want to be free. I want them to know that I did what I was supposed to do so I can get free. So I'm not running around here saying, oh yeah, I'm black and I'm African American. So they can keep laughing in my face. So no matter how strong and powerful your speech was, it gets debunked by your ignorance because you're still calling yourself something that don't exist. We here in Black History Month. What the fuck is Black History Month? I mean, really, what is it? What is it? Your shirt black, my hoodie black, my hat black. I'm not. Look at it. I'm not this. I'm not. I'm indigenous. I'm copper. I am. I got Dutch in me. I got Irish in me. I got Geechee in me. I know what I am. I'm not black though. But we got to keep going with the ignorance. And then when you try to speak up, oh, don't nobody want to hear it. Man, I ain't fucking with Cali. Cali on that. What? I'm on that God shit. What you talking about?
Yeah.
We can go read the Bible. Let's go do it. I'm actually enjoying the Old Testament right now because I'm reading it, taking the confusion out of it, putting it together. So now I can come back to you and regurgitate it into you and say, dang, that's kind of odd that you act in that way where it says it right here that you ain't supposed to act like that. Where I tell you, they take sound bites and they don't tell us that Moses didn't even make it in the promised land. Like I told you, from third party and from what I've known all my life, I thought he made it. I thought he was just this chosen person and he made it. I didn't know he pissed God off too. I didn't know that. And see how I can talk to you like this? That's because now I understand what I'm reading. I don't have nobody reading it for me and telling me we're gonna go by facts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we want people just to continue. 30 minutes ain't never enough for this topic, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? But
right, right.
do what
But
you
we go,
want,
we go stay
choose
right
what you
here,
choose.
man. We might as well just stay right here because it's a touchy situation, and we're gonna stay right here. So this is what they do. Um, for the people that's not, because everybody's not awoke, right? And bro, you're awoke. We know that. Um, so the things that they do are throw the entertainers out there, throw the subliminals out there. So I'll just give you some of the subliminals that's easy to catch and that, like I said, they throw it out there as a distraction, like Serena Williams, like SZA, uh, they're two of his exes. So these are just the little things that they throw out there just to cover up,
Mm-hmm.
what they don't really want to say, and things of that nature. So these are just the things the cover up, and also, like you said, it's also Kendrick is being used to help sell the fashion, the things of that nature
Yeah,
too.
because
He
they
boosts
still
up the
need our people.
right because he's used as a vessel. He's used as not even a vessel. He's used as the pawn, right? He's used as a
Yeah.
piece. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he's also the biggest rap star right now. So and he's supposed to be black. So it's like they giving
Mm-hmm.
us just like you always say. So like all the things that you're saying was being blocked by SZA, by Serena, by the
I'm
disc,
glad you said that.
by the song. The playlist was calculated. Everything was it's like I said, it was calculated. Everything added up to we're not like us. Like we're not stupid. We knew he wasn't going. We knew he was going to fucking perform the song. They didn't win the
Right.
lawsuit, so it was automatically he was going to
But
perform and do what he
then
wants. So it wasn't like come on, we're not that damn dumb.
or when you know the money, you gotta follow the
And
money. I mean, they're all wrapped up
I
in the
also
same
looked at
company.
Samuel L. Jackson
All
being
of
the
them.
house nigga as usual, and they always throw him in the movies as a house nigga, So as usual, he's going to be the person that's up there as the nigga, as the
Right.
Uncle
I
Sam.
mean,
I mean, it was all like I said, it was calculated, man. I peep, bro. When is you gonna wake up? When is you gonna see it? But also, it's like a comedy show to me, for real. So like it's comedy, I already know that it's set up for us not to see. Just like the old
right,
saying. It's like the old saying, put it in a book.
right.
You know,
And that's
they
that's
ain't gonna
I
read
mean,
it.
that's the hard part, you know. That's the hard part for me. Um, because I'm trying to figure out I be trying to find those people. There identify with a lot of people, but I don't feel like, or a lot of people can identify. No, I can identify with a lot of people because I've been there. I used to be an Eagles fan. I used to be,
Right.
I mean, I used to love football, but I do now. My favorite team is just Green Run. I'm trying to get young
Right.
men before they
Right.
become men because once people become grown, they pretty much don't change. It's very rare that people evolve. See, we could play that game when we were young and oh nah, they gonna grow. No, no, maybe one day. Now we're grown. And a lot of people have not evolved. A lot of people are still on the same type of time that they've been on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not there. That's just not me. I felt like life is about evolution. I feel like you're supposed to grow and you're supposed to get to that point where you find your purpose, you lock in on your purpose, and you evolve to who the Most High created you to be. I feel like right now it's all about, man, they ain't gonna like me. They ain't cool. And I always felt like being an individual was cool. I was this way in high school. I was this way in college. I don't care what y'all on. I don't care if everybody's on that. If everybody is on the wrong thing, why would I want to be on the wrong thing? I'm gonna stand here alone and be on the right thing. It just gets depressing to see people still putting all the work on one person. You know what I'm saying? If Kendrick Lamar did that, now what? What? It's next Sunday now. It's a week later. I ain't got no phone calls from nobody with, yo, we need to start mobilizing. Yo, we got to put a plan together. Yo, the way that they doing us out here is crazy. It was just, yo, did you see that? Oh man, I couldn't believe he was gonna. How? It was a song. What are you talking about? It was a song. And then if it's obvious that a lot of people don't listen to the lyrics because turn his TV on, turn his TV off, it tell you that we ain't got enough. It ain't enough people. There's a few of us doing it, but not enough. Where's the rest of you niggas at? That's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out. And then when you speak up, oh man, you're gonna have to fight 30 people now because you can't tell the truth. Because why? Because nobody has got emotional intelligence. Nobody has conflict resolution. Nobody can control their feelings and their emotions. So these same people who talking about the Kendrick and all that, they the same ones who are grown ass adults. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they all on the internet arguing. Every day they argue about Donald Trump. They argued about the Kendrick thing when it was like, yo, hold on, hold on. I ain't about to argue with you about no damn entertainment. Now, what we can do is have a real conversation about some of the stuff that he was alluding to, the stuff that he was talking about. If that was Uncle Sam and you know he kicking our ass, then okay, let's get Samuel L. Jackson up out of here. Let's get all these people up out of here. Let's talk about the facts. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we want you to continue to encourage you to be the best you can be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Practice safe habits. Protect yourself from the elements in the bitter cold or the warmth that's going up and down, the snow. Dress appropriately. Please keep hydrating, eat clean, build your immune system. There's supposed to be another snowstorm on the East Coast this week, so do what you have to do. If you can,
It's
stay
coming.
in the house when it's time. Be aware of your surroundings. Try to travel in groups if you're outside, no matter if it's early or late, as much as possible. Eat right, get your sleep, get your rest, exercise. We will not keep pushing this obesity culture. Eating 3 times a day of the worst food ever is not healthy. I don't care what they're telling you. They're telling you the wrong thing. So please be mindful of the suicide hotline. Emergency number is 988. Call, text, but just don't sit on that thought, man. Get the help that you need. And before we get up out of here, man, we did have another segment, and it was my segment for the day, and it was the reasons Black America needs urgent change, the immigration impact. The reason why I wanted to follow the Kendrick Lamar performance is this I was so happy to hear this because as the Kendrick Lamar talk is going on and all of our like so many of our family love the Eagles and they damn I feel like they love the Eagles more than they love each other. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. It's just me. You got to show
Right.
love. You can't just tell
Right.
somebody you love them. We ain't built a goddamn
Action.
thing in 41 years. We never built nothing. Listen to me. We ain't built nothing in
No.
41. I'll be 41 next year. We ain't built nothing but a bunch of nasty attitudes, a bunch of, oh, it's my birthday, so we'll celebrate this person. We clicked up over here, but we don't rock with them over there. Oh, man, they ain't cool enough. He ain't from Philly enough. What's the point? And we still poor. We still a part of the low vibrational lack of wealth. We're falling lower. So, number one, blacks now have a higher poverty rate than Hispanics. Black Americans experiencing a poverty rate of 19.5% compared to a Hispanic poverty rate of 17%. And when we talking about Hispanics, we talking about Guatemalans, El Salvadorians, those illegal immigrants who y'all, got the experience. I got the experience firsthand last year working at DC Dosa, and I literally was working with people that was their first language was Spanish. You know what I'm saying? They were going through the process of getting their paperwork done and all this, but they were willing to show up to work and do their job for way less. That $15 to them is like gold. Number two, Black Americans have higher unemployment rates than Hispanics, 4.8% for Hispanics and a 6.2% for blacks, so-called blacks too, because I hate that word. Number three, Hispanics have a greater net worth than Black Americans. The net worth of Black household is 44,900, and the Hispanic household is 61,600. Number four, Hispanics have a greater median income per household than Black Americans. Hispanic median income household $65,540, and the Black household is $56,490. Number five, the U.S. Census reports there are now more Hispanic millionaires in America than there are Black millionaires. We couldn't confirm the whole thing, but this one is 8% Black Americans and 7% Hispanics. Number six, Hispanics lead Black people in home ownership. 51% of Hispanics own their homes, and only 47% of Black Americans own their homes. Number eight, Hispanics have a greater buying power than blacks, $3.2 trillion to a $1.9 trillion. Number nine, the Washington Journal reports between 2020 and 2034, Hispanics will fill 75% of new jobs in America. And number 10, the U.S. Department of Labor had the number even higher. By 2034, Hispanics will fill 78% of all the new jobs. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Uh, just to let us know that. All right, so I'm gonna go back to one main point that I caught. It's so easy to see, like, bro. I know a lot of Spanish guys that I know from the past, from my past criminal history, from just working and things of that nature, bro. Families that are not from the U.S. own stuff because they click up, boy. They put their money together. They willing to live with each other.
Mm, 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 mm.
Family. I'm not
UNITY.
talking. I'm not talking about a brother and sister. I'm talking about aunt, grandma. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, aunt, great
Extended
grandma.
family.
Absolutely. Like, bro, they put their money together. They don't hide from each other. They got one mission.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, and
Mm-hmm.
let's go get another one so y'all can have this one, so we all can get half. So
Yeah. They
man, I
exercise
just
group
be seeing
economics.
like, bro, our community got so much envy towards each other, so
Mm-hmm.
much hatred towards each other, jealousy. Just don't want
Mm-hmm.
to see the next person do better than them. And I'm like, bro, we all get the same 24 hours. We all got the same equal opportunity. If you wake up, you should be able to do something. 9 times out
Mm-hmm.
of 10, when you wake up, bro, the first thing they do is stroke.
Yep. Or be negative. Like I
That's
can't even
it.
see how people just wake up. I cannot wake up somber. I wake up ready to go. But
Go.
just to piggyback off of what you said in those points, I'm just only thing I want people to do is know that my opinion is usually derived from facts. So even when I give an opinion about the Super Bowl, I'm gonna watch whatever y'all say, and then I'm gonna go get these facts just to let you know that this been happening forever. Just like with the stuff that it named off, I don't have to harp on this subject right here because this is what I constantly tell y'all. I'm about group economics. I'm about group spirituality. I'm about group. Village, 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 tribe, 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 because I know that's where our lineage come from. I know for a fact that I am a tribal person, that there was some order. I don't have no problem with respecting my elders, and I don't have no problem with respecting the youth and respecting my peers. But we are all not on the same level, and that's the problem with us too. Whoever the coolest think they on this high level when It ain't about the money no more, bro. It's not about the popularity no more, bro. This is about setting up my afterlife, bro. This is about the universe working in favor of me, bro. This is about the angels that we have around us, bro. I need them. When they speak about this Elohim and they speak about these plasma beings and they speak about, the Moseses and the Josephs and the whoopty whoopty whoop. I need my grandmother right now, I need
Yeah.
her. You know what I'm saying? I just need that energy. I don't need her to be sitting up there crying every day and mourning and not let my people go. I need my people to know that I need them to fight wars that I can't see. I need you to
Hmm.
keep me protected from hating. Like you just said, we got jealousy, envy, hate, and the list go on. You know why? Because we are the community that don't heal. And again,
Right.
and if you can go find other numbers, I know white on white crime, I know Chinese on Chinese, but guess what? When I woke up, I look just like you. So this is the community that I care about the most. Okay, before I
Right.
could care about all of us, I gotta care about the people who look like me. I'm sorry, my household don't look like a blue person or a green person or an orange person or this. They look like me. And it's time for us to either get on the good foot or everything you say is bullshit. And like I said, I don't even normally speak like this, man. It's just my passion because I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to give up as far as with my people because I'm done. On a grand scale and on these mass numbers, I am done. I'm done. I'll take and we are not the minority. We are only the minority because we lack intelligence in that game. In the game of law, that's the only place where we are the minority. There's more people here that look like you than anybody. And it's super sad that even if you go do your homework, Mexico is a part of America. But when you really go do your lineage, it was people who look just like you that kicked off Mexico, that kicked off every part of these continents. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just I'm just tired. It's like, yo, you get the people that's super smart but won't mobilize and do nothing, or you get the people who's ignorant to it and they just going along with it. And like I said, I ain't here to point the finger no more. But we do know right from wrong. And what it does is allow you to know. It just allows me. It allows me to put people in categories where to deal with them. It ain't never gonna be no beef, and I don't hate you and hate or love you no less. I just know, like, you got friends, you got family members. Okay, that's just like you have organizations or you have a job or when you're dealing with being on a team. Certain people get special treatment because they'll do more work. That's where I'm at with it. We are not the same. You are not privy to the information. You won't open the books. You won't go through the temples. You won't do the work to be on the same level as me. So I will not succumb to your ignorance and be arguing with you. I got to be wiser than that. You don't see monks out here. Monks pick and choose when to talk. They barely even talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we got to get to just to protect our energy from ignorance because how is it so fast that we can become enemies? I'm talking about literally enemies from somebody's performance that ain't doing nothing for neither one of us, but you don't have no smoke for the system. You don't have no smoke. It's been clear. Like we ain't gotta go behind nobody back or nothing. The system been fucking you just like it been fucking me. What you trying to do? Nothing. Why? Because Kendrick performed.
Hmm.
You ain't got to do no work. Somebody else already did it. Why? Because Jesus did it. And he gonna save me from all
Yeah.
my sins, and he did all the work.
That's all they were trying to
How?
do is
How you do
create
all
the
the work?
beef. They were trying to create the second beef between Lil Wayne and Kendrick because they trying to
But
create
are they
something
trying to
that
create
ain't
a?
even there.
But that's my thing. Are they creating beefs? Or are they just creating distractions?
Yeah,
It
distractions.
didn't
That's
take me
all it
long.
is.
It didn't.
Like you
It
said.
didn't take me long to see that Jake the Snake hung out with Hulk Hogan after the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
It's
didn't
all a
take me that
distraction.
long. So what we start watching it for? We start watching it for entertainment. We knew that wrestling was fake, but we'll
That's it.
watch it because it's cool. They got a nice storyline, all that. Why we can't do that? Why are the adults? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I get kids and you living in it because at one point in time we thought that Pac and that Biggie and this that we thought that was real. But
Yeah.
then now that I'm 40, I get the beef wasn't real. The hype was real. The media was real. They blew this thing out of proportion, and guess what? There's two strong, beautiful women that had to bury their sons. Now, even going even further, I don't know their dads and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't never hear about Biggie pops. I don't never hear about Tupac pops in terms of biological. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like to me that in somewhere in their story that they had single mothers too. Oh, they start to look like the poster child for most of the people in our communities because our very first episode or second episode, we talked about the father not being in the home. And the father's not in the home at about 70 something percent. Hold on just 1 second. They say about 2034, the Hispanics will have 78%. 78%. That's about roughly the same amount of where we don't have no fathers. So you don't get that
Mm.
second income to help you. You get one. We operate off of one income. We operate off of one everything. You know what I'm saying? So at the same point, man, when our people get serious, that's when I'll start listening. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. And I don't and it ain't no beef. Everybody gets called by the most high. See, they oh, that's Cali, and Cali think he no. I got that phone call from the most high, just like you did. I'm gonna answer. I'm ready to answer. I'm ready to answer. Like I told you before, you could put the Lakers on, you could put the Sixers on, you could put the Eagles on, you could put. I'm not interested. It's beyond a boycott and all that. We ain't even got to go into detail about they oppressing, they ain't giving us no owners. I'm not interested no more. It doesn't even capture my attention span no more. I got to see Jerry Rice. I'm not interested in Odell Beckham. I got to see Deion Sanders, bro. I'm not interested in who you tell me the best corner is today. I got to see Michael Jordan. I'm not really interested. And I got to see it from an ignorant mind when I thought it was pure, when I was a kid. As an adult, it ain't no way I'm still thinking as a kid. I know these people ain't playing right. And then there wasn't no fantasy drafts and fantasy picks and fantasy betting and all that. So you mean to tell me it was already entertainment. But now you put betting and all that. Okay, case in point. Again, I ain't gotta watch the game no more. I could just watch clips. I seen the clip of where people talking about the referees treated the Detroit Lions game, the Bills game. These are blatant calls. Like we played the game. Like I know the game. I love the game. The
Right.
game. Not the business, not the profession, but the game itself. I love it because I feel like so many sports can teach you so much about life. Now I got to go back and teach you the last part that sports is teaching you when it becomes just entertainment and you lose your purpose, you lose your integrity, you lose your character, you lose me as a fan. You lose. I'm gone. You know. So I'm just more interested in building real relationships with real people because that's who's going to get it done for us outside of yourself. There is no celebrity that ain't going to do a damn thing for you. They can't. They're not allowed. They chose the side of the team that they on. It's just funny that the same team that they're on gets to infiltrate the team that you're on. And that's what's sad because we can't never get our team up off the ground because all it takes is popularity and somebody who has more than we have. And we think like a peasant and we put them above us. Beyonce, Jay-Z, you name them, they're not above me. They're not, bro. They're not. They put their clothes on just like me. I was born for a reason just like they were. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with our community. Somebody doing better than us. Oh, somebody who out of reach. Because if your cousin doing better than you, if your auntie doing better than you, or this person do
You
better
don't
than
pray.
you feel away first and foremost. But then second, where are their resources? Where is that knowledge? If you're doing better than me, come show me how to do better.
Yeah.
No, you know what we would do? Broke ass nigga ain't got nothing. I'm the big dog around here. I'm cool, bro. I'm looking at countries that literally our money, it has more value than it has here, and I tap out. I tap out. I'm straight. So, as far as the Super Bowl, as far as the 10 keys, what we just read off were 10 facts. If you cool with going below, I'm talking about we've been here for 100 years at least, right? And we're falling below people that ain't even been here for 20. Blame it on what you want. I'm gonna just blame it on the lack of unity. I don't want to
That's
hear
it.
no more about DEI. I don't care. I didn't know what DEI was till they said something. I'm not. I ain't
Right.
never been that way. Like I told you before, four people who live together, who choose to work together, who make 15. That's literally $15 an hour. That's $60 an hour before taxes. That's $480 a day. Multiply that. That's $124,000 a year. Do 5 years. Do 5 years. You'll be over a $500,000. That's just with four people. One mortgage or rent, one electric bill, one water bill, one grocery bill, one. How many people can you get together to become one? Till you do that, you're not really the man who you think you are. You're not really the woman who you think you are. You're just getting by. It's only benefiting you, then we ain't gonna never be good. And that's not the way that the Most High. That's not the way that we were born. You know, only thing you be doing before we get out of here and we close this thing out, their definition of success, that's why I had to find my own definition of success, right? Because if you go by what the world tells you success is, all you do is become the oppressor in your so-called black skin. That's all you do. You get away further from your people. You don't help your people. You get in positions where you don't use nepotism to hire your people. All you do, you withhold information. If you come up on some information, you charge 1,500, 2,500 for information. Like, damn, bro, you got off of the cotton field and you leave me here. I told you I'm poor. I gotta find some more money to give you to get off the cotton field. Damn. Shit. Well, good thing I'm not a body. Good thing I'm a spirit. Good thing I'm a soul. So let me just keep working on my spirit and my soul so I can elevate to another dimension when I go, because I don't want to come back. But as far as this thing here, man, and the thing that be worse is you gotta humble yourself to make people feel better, and they feel like they done better than you because you humble. They feel like they done more than you. They feel like you ain't got nothing just because you choose the Most High, just because you choose to help people. I don't want to shit on people. I got beautiful things going on in my head. I got beautiful things going on in my heart. I read a lot. I went through a lot. I changed my name for a reason. Like, I want to be free. There's not enough people who have done the work who speak. They're just a bunch of people who going off their emotions and feel like just because they have an opinion they can say anything. And that's not cool, man. You should do some fact checking. You should literally listen to what somebody is saying, because just because they have a difference of opinion from you, don't make them your enemy. But in our community, for some reason, as soon as you say something that somebody else don't like, it becomes a fight. So, in closing, this is the Leaders Only Show and podcast, live streamed every Sunday at 2 p.m. We appreciate you joining us for season 5, episode 15. And we hope that we pray. I hate hope. I'm hopeless.
Episode
We
17.
pray. Yeah, episode 17. We pray you enjoyed the show. We look forward to you joining us next week. We're brought to you by Would Have Changed Mentoring and Tone Drone. I am Samaj.
And I'm Kendall.
So please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, email us, please, at leadersonly22@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Please keep in mind that no matter where our opinions and where these facts go, we're not getting no new teammates. So when you listen to me speak, I'm speaking from a place of we. No matter what I've done, no matter if I'm in a good place, bad place, if we're not in a better place, then we're all in a worse place. Just realize that if we're not in the best place, us, if we're not in a better place, we're in a worse place. Your individual achievements don't move the pendulum. It don't. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And all it does is create more selfishness. So when you do get out of that barrel, it don't cost you nothing to reach back. And if the only thing you did was get out the barrel financially, you got a whole lot of work to do. We got to stop making big homies the homie who gets some money. He ain't a good person. He ain't got no character. He don't put none of the money back in the community. He destroys the community with whatever the heck he gets money with. So we got to be mindful that we got to stop glorifying a lot of bullshit in our community if we want our community to get better. If not, y'all can stop it, man. You don't win a war with social media posts. So see you next week, same time, same place. It's been a blessing. Remember, if you need anything in the holistic side, that you can hit us up, mentalhealthchef.com. Anything, you know what I mean? We got you covered. And if you need any training, if you need any cleaning, if you need anything in the cooking department, catering on the meat side or the plant-based side, you can reach out to either one of us. All of our
Yes, sir.
information is right below on the scroll. It's been
Always on the
love,
ticket.
man. Peace and blessings.
Peace. Great show. Safe travels, bro.
Thank you.